Welcome back, everyone. Now, unusually for me, there's a strong language warning for this video because, well, I'm pretty much at my wit's end with all this. I was reading some viewers' comments this morning and one really stood out for me. It read, "When I was younger, I used to dread the thought of civil war happening in the UK. Now I fear that it won't happen." I mean, wow, just think about that for a moment. What a profound and frightening message that was. And by now, you guys know me. I'm not one of these people who likes to use inflammatory headlines or even talk about the possibility of civil war, to be honest. I feel that continually talking about it and banging on about the potential for civil war, it makes it more likely. So to a large degree, I've always tried my best to avoid a very sensitive subject. And let me be very clear, it's the last thing in the world that I want. But maybe my thoughts have been a little naive. Because the truth is, after watching events unfold right across the country over the weekend just gone, it's very sadly very clear that we are already in the first phase of something that doesn't bear thinking about. The mainstream media are doing their best to ignore it, of course, and we know why. Imagine if this was getting blanket coverage and how things might accelerate then. Thousands upon thousands of anti-British, anti-Western, pro-Hamas, pro-terrorism, pro-illegal migrant, pro-kiddie fiddlers took to our streets under the guise of caring for the children of Gaza, when in truth, they don't even care about the children of Gateshead. And these are mostly white, middle class, aimless, friendless, and many probably on the bloody spectrum. Is there anything more ironic than those who join a pro-Hamas demonstration shouting Nazi scum off our streets? In case these utter morons missed it, the Nazis were the ones that, just like their friends supporting Hamas, wanted to erase every single Jew from the planet. And then on the streets of London, a friend of ours is violently assaulted by someone who looks to have had some military training, aided by a woman who is later revealed to be a Kalashnikov carrying Islamic nutcase. What the fuck are these people even doing here in the first place, let alone being allowed to run around our streets, taking the absolute piss out of the entire fabric of our society, whilst the police stand by in many cases and let them get away with it. But as much as I hate to admit it, at the moment they are still winning, and I'll tell you why. Because right now they are more committed, they are more determined, they are better organised, their numbers are growing every day, and their allies are arriving in boats almost by the hour. More importantly, they are far more loyal to each other. Make no mistake, we're in big trouble. Even more ironic is that the Premiership football season, of course, starts next Saturday, and whilst the enemies of our nation are out and about overtly taking over our streets, our towns and our town halls, most Englishmen will be more worried about 3 points than 3 children. Yes, they must be laughing at us, because apart from the football lads, the rest of our stadiums will be filled with people who simply couldn't give a shit, and that makes me feel sick to my stomach. Every single football stadium in the goddamn country should be empty until this situation is resolved. What is wrong with these people? Wake up, for fuck's sake. Look, I'm always clear about this. Like most of us, I want peace, I want unity, and I want calm. But the people that are against us and against our country will never rest until that's no longer possible. They've made that very clear. Today, it's Israel and the Jews. Tomorrow, it's everyone else. And on top of that list, on the very top of that list, will be the useful idiots backing their own demise. So we simply must send out a clear message that this absolute insanity has to end, all of it. Valentine's cards from young children to grown men who've already apparently shown that they have a thing for young girls. Whatever next, government approved underage dating apps for Afghans. And of course, this list of absolute insanity just goes on and on and on. And I could sit here all day listing it and talking about it, but nothing matches the insanity of the British people themselves, many of whom are still too afraid to speak, many of whom are still sitting on their hands, many of whom are still in the I'm all right Jack zone, many of whom still refuse to open their goddamn eyes and stand up for our women and our children. Sorry, many of whom are just plain bloody cowardly. And if we do end up losing all this, then don't blame Keir Starmer, don't blame Labour, don't blame the migrants, don't blame Islam, don't blame the lefties. If we lose and the British people want to know who to blame, then all we'll have to do is look at the man in the mirror.